Today I want to talk about inflammation and anti-inflammatory foods which will help to heal and prevent it. Also, I will be sharing a recipe which will help to reduce inflammation, so keep watching till the end. Inflammation literally means swelling or redness which could be outside the body or inside the body. It could happen as a response to either pain or injury or a virus. Basically, it's our body's way to heal itself. For example, when your knee is hurt, there is swelling, that is inflammation. The problem is when there is chronic inflammation, which is long lasting. It could be an infection which goes on for long or an autoimmune disorder like irritable bowel syndrome. This sudden cardiac arrest, which is seen among young adults of late, is due to chronic inflammation. So, let us work on it and prevent it. Be it diabetes, cardiac disease, psoriasis, thyroid, all are inflammatory disease. Our lifestyle is wholly responsible for these inflammatory conditions. Correcting our lifestyle, especially our food habits, can drastically reduce this inflammation. High consumption of sugar is a #1 cause for inflammation. When I say sugar, I do not mean the sugar that you add in your daily 1 to 2 cups of tea or coffee. It is the overconsumption of processed foods, hidden sugars, products that contain high fructose corn syrup that are detrimental to health, like breakfast cereals, candies, soft drinks, sweetened yogurt, ketchup, canned fruit, crackers, salad dressings. Rather than going for cakes which are just carbs and sugar, go for a traditional sweet like a moong dal halwa, which not only satisfies your sweet craving, it does provide protein and healthy fat as well. Vegetable refined oils and seed oils are a major cause of inflammation. Opt for filtered or cold press oils like coconut oil, mustard oil, which have a high smoke point for Indian cooking. Olive oil, if used for Indian cooking, can actually increase inflammation, but when used in a raw form can reduce inflammation. It is very important that your gut is healthy in order to prevent inflammation. Poor digestion can cause inflammation, and inflammation can cause poor digestion. Eliminating dairy and wheat significantly reduces inflammation and corrects digestive disorders. You can try it for 2 weeks. Lot of inflammation, pain, swelling, attacks of the immune system on the body will reduce as they are highly inflammatory foods. Acidic body triggers inflammation, so make sure to keep your body alkaline by increasing the consumption of greens, lemon, root vegetables, nuts. Antioxidant-rich foods neutralize free radicals in the body. Free radicals are the ones that cause inflammation in the body. So, less free radicals means less inflammation. Include antioxidant-rich foods like berries, fruits, cruciferous vegetables. Anti-inflammatory foods should be a part of our daily diet. We can include it in the form of teas, concoction, in tempering of vegetables, but make sure you include it. Our Indian kitchens are like a pharmacy. We have it all in there. Turmeric is the most powerful anti-inflammatory food. Either turmeric powder can be added to the tempering or consume fresh turmeric root with a sprinkle of black pepper and a dash of ghee for maximum absorption of curcumin, which is the active component in turmeric. This is another great anti-inflammatory spice. Fenugreek water has long been used to lower blood sugars. The fiber in it also helps to lower cholesterol. You can consume fenugreek water or you can add the seeds to vegetables like pumpkin. Gingerol in ginger has anti-inflammatory properties which promotes healing. You can have a ginger tea or add chopped ginger to your salad or vegetable. Cinnamon needs to be seen beyond an additive in cakes. It is an excellent anti-inflammatory spice which can ease swelling. It can be consumed in the form of cinnamon water or cinnamon sticks can be added to tempering in vegetable preparations, but make sure it's Sri Lankan rolled cinnamon. Coriander seeds are excellent anti-inflammatory. From healing thyroid to lowering blood pressure, it takes care of all. Soak coriander seeds in water overnight and drink in the morning, or coriander seed powder can be added to vegetables. Garlic is another brilliant anti-inflammatory food, but it needs to be chopped and kept open for 10 minutes to activate the potent compound allicin, which gives it its healing properties. It is best to consume raw garlic, but if you are not okay with the smell, then consume it in a cooked form. The recipe which I was talking about is an anti-inflammatory concoction. Add ginger, fenugreek seeds, few peppercorns, turmeric to boiling water, simmer for a few minutes, strain and drink this. This is an excellent anti-inflammatory, but if you are already using these spices in cooking, do not overdo on it. Sleep is a healing medicine. Sleep deprivation increases inflammation in the human body. If you are eating all anti-inflammatory foods but not sleeping well, there is no point. So, make sure to regularize your sleep. It is important to exercise but not overtrain. Those who don't give their body enough time for rest and recovery are prone to inflammation. So, exercise regularly but don't overdo it. If you are chronically stressed, you are producing more cortisol, and elevated levels of cortisol increases inflammation in the body. So, find ways to reduce your stress. Use yoga, meditation as a stress buster. C-reactive protein is a marker for inflammation. If blood levels of C-reactive protein are elevated, it means there is inflammation, but it could also be elevated during an injury or surgery. Many of you must have noticed during COVID, CRP was high. That is because COVID infection increases inflammation in the body. High homocysteine is also an inflammatory marker, but it can be high when your B12 is low. Inflammation is needed as it is a defense mechanism against virus, toxins, bacteria, injury. But it is important to prevent chronic inflammation. Along with the concoctions and anti-inflammatory foods, you still have to work with your lifestyle. There is no magic. They may work with your symptom, but you still need to sleep well, take care of your emotional health, move more. The more movement you have, lesser will be your pain. There is absolutely no shortcut to health. If you found this video interesting, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you do it now so that you don't miss out on my future videos.